Good morning, welcome back to Aura 7 Yoga. My name is Francesca. I'm going to be your guide this morning. So we are here live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. PST at Aura 7 Activewear on Instagram. And I also upload these videos onto YouTube at Aura 7 Yoga if you like to do that later on, or you like to try a different yoga practice with me. So this morning we're gonna start in about 2 minutes. So we're gonna start settling down onto our mats. I always recommend to bring some props, tools with you, blocks. If you do not have blocks, I always can recommend you a block if you wanna DM me after the class. A strap or a t-shirt or a towel would even do it. But if you don't have blocks, you like to use some blocks, 2 even books would do the trick as well. So you can do that as well. Hopefully everybody has at least 2 books at home. All right, so when we're ready, we're gonna get going. We're gonna start to settle onto our mats. Just gonna come all the way to the mat in a seated position, Sukhasana. Crossing the shins right at the center of the shin bones. And then bringing the ankle bones right underneath the knees. As you do that, I want you to start to flex your feet back towards the knees. So then you're gonna start to protect the knee joint and start to open up through the hips. Feel the left and right side sit bone rooting down to the mat, placing the hands onto the knees, turning the palms down if you're looking for more rooting down sensation. Turning the palms up if you like to connect with the universe. Connect with this planet. Choose a position. Close your eyes. Roll the shoulders up to your ears and back, kissing the shoulder blades together onto your back a couple of times. Then relax the shoulders away from the ears. Bring the shoulder blades closer together. Gently pull the belly into the spine. Lengthen out from the lower back. Soften the inner thighs. Soften the inner groins. Shift the body weight gently to the left. And then shift the body weight gently to the right. And see if you can shift the body weight right at center so you feel equal weight pressure onto the left and right sit bone as well. Tuck the chin to the chest just gently, lengthening through the back of the neck. And softening the breath. Taking deep, slow inhales through the nose. Pulling the air through the left and right nostril equally. And then nice steady exhale out through the nose. And releasing the shoulders away from the ears, allowing the hips to sink down towards the mat, the knees to open up to the side. Steady deep inhale through the nose. And slow steady exhale out through the nose. Keeping the eyes closed, keeping the focus on your breath. Creating longer and longer spaces in between the thoughts, emptying the mind. You can gently blink your eyes open, keep the focus inward. Interlock the hands in front of you, turn the palms inside out. Press the palms forward, especially the index finger knuckle forward. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And slowly start to lift the arms up and away. Pause around halfway. Soften the inner shoulders away from the ears. Pull the belly in. And without letting the chest to push forward, start to maybe lift the palms, the fist, or the index finger knuckle up towards the ceiling. Maybe bringing the biceps by the ears. And then slowly release. Switch to interlock. Place the opposite index finger on top. Turn the palms inside out, press the index finger knuckle out, soften the inner shoulders away from the ears, and slowly start to lift the arms up and away. Pause halfway, soften the inner shoulders away from the ears, straight out through the elbows, reach through the outer armpits. Pull the belly in, pull the front ribs back into the center line, and maybe lift the arms up all the way over the crown of the head. Soften the inner shoulders away from the ears, lengthen through the outer armpits. And slowly release. Bring the right hand by your side. Lift up the left arm to the ceiling. Push the left sit bone down to the mat. And reach the left arm up and over as you slowly start to bend your right elbow. Deep inhale, lengthen out from the left side. Exhale, maybe go a little deeper. And then come back to center. Left palm down, right arm up. And then slowly as you press the right sit bone down to the mat, reach your right arm up and over. Lift the chin away from the chest, maybe gently gaze up to the ceiling, deep inhale. Exhale, go a little deeper. Good, then come back to center. Lift the arms up and overhead. Bend the right elbow. Place the left palm onto the top of the right elbow. Pull the front ribs back into the center line as you reach the right palm in between the shoulder blades. Deep, slow inhale and exhale. Good, switch it out. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend the left elbow. Pull the left elbow down. Reach the left palm in between the shoulder blades. Open up through the palms. The left palm as you pull the left elbow down. Good. Deep inhale and exhale. Then inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Bring the palms to touch, gaze up. Exhale, swing the right arm underneath the left. You can grab an opposite shoulder or maybe find an eagle pose here. Lift the elbows, align with the shoulders. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe press the forearms a little bit more forward. Deep inhale and exhale. Then slowly with the next inhale, keep the eagle arms and see if you can find the baby back bend. Just lift the gaze to the ceiling, maybe the elbows up to the ceiling. And then come back to center. Inhale, reach up the arms, palms to touch, gaze up. Exhale, swing the left elbow underneath the right. Grab an opposite shoulder or find that bind. Deep inhale. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe reach the forearms forward. The elbows align with the shoulders. Squeeze the elbows together. Deep inhale. And exhale. Now with the next inhale, start to lift up the gaze, lift up the chest. Find a baby mini back bend here. And slowly come on back, good job. Release the hands, open up the legs all the way out to the side. About 90-degree angle in between the legs. Don't have to be any more, maybe even a little bit less than that. I like to keep my heels onto the mat to protect my heel. And then we're going to go into a little side stretch. Place the right palm to the inside of the right knee and lift the left arm to the ceiling. Then slowly start to bend your right elbow as you reach the left arm up and over. Point the toes to the ceiling, point the kneecaps to the ceiling, lift the chin away from the chest, keep the left shoulder stacked on top of the right. Then come back to center, left palm down, right arm high, press the right sit bone down, inhale, and exhale, reach all the way to the left. One more time, inhale, lengthen out, exhale, go deeper. Then inhale, come on back up, sit up, stay straight right here, or start to walk your fingers forward. Turn the knees and the toes to the ceiling, keep the spine nice and long. Deep inhale, maybe go a little bit more forward as you exhale. One more time, deep inhale, and exhale. Good, sit up, bring the soles of the feet together, create a bigger diamond shape. Slide your heels away from the sit bones, create a nice big diamond shape in between the sit bones and the heels. Then inhale, lift up the chest, grab onto your shins or ankle. Exhale, slowly with the flat spine, start to reach the chin forward, reach the chest forward. Maybe gently pressing the elbows, the forearms into the inner knees. Deep inhale, and exhale, round it all the way down. Bring the forehead down towards the ankles, towards the heels as you gaze back to the belly. Then lift the chest up. Slide your heels a little closer to the sit bones. Grab onto your feet, maybe grab onto your big toes. Inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale with a flat spine, reach forward, lean forward with the chest. Push the elbows into the inner knees, lengthen out through the spine. Deep inhale, exhale, round, bring the forehead down to your toes. Slow deep inhale, and slow exhale. And lift up the chest, and then turn around. Find a tabletop position onto your mat. Bring the hands down underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, belly is strong. Point the toes back. Inhale, lift up the gaze. Drop the belly. Exhale, round from the chin to the chest. Again, inhale, lift up the gaze. And exhale, round from the chin to the chest. Good, come back to center. Turn the fingers out to the side. Just 90 degree. And then go through a little cat and cow. Inhale, lift up the gaze. Drop the belly. Exhale, round it out. Push the earth away. Come back to neutral, turn the fingers around, one more 90 degrees, so your fingers are pointing towards the knees, your thumbs pointing out to the side, micro bending to the elbows, be gentle, lift up from the wrist joint, go through a cat and cow. Good, come back to center, flip the palms fully around, so your fingers pointing towards the knees, your thumbs are pointing towards each other, and go through another cat and cow, micro bending to the elbows, lift the energy out from the wrist joint, out from the elbow joint, out from the shoulder joint. Come back to center, keep the palms, the fingers the same way, just start to shift the body weight back to your heels, opening up to the front of the wrist joint, hold it here, and then come back to center, flip the palms around regular position, shake out the right arm, shake out the left arm, good, then come on, Walk your hands just a little more forward, press down through all 10 knuckles, tug the toes under, keeping the feet hip distance apart, lift up your hips, downward facing dog. Paddle out your feet, bend the right knee, release the left heel down to the mat, and switch to the other side. Get the cracks and pops out from the ankle joints, out from the feet, your toes. And find stillness in your down dog. Soften your knees so you're able to lengthen out from the spine. Make your spine as long as you can. Press down through all 10 knuckles. Wrap the triceps down. Spin the biceps to the ceiling. Lift the tailbone to the sky. Slow, deep, steady inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the nose. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Come on into your ragdoll uttanasana. Grab onto opposite elbows. Sway your body to the right, to the left. Soften the knees as much as you need. Tuck the chin to the chest. Melt the crown of the head down to the earth. Interlock the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze the fist of the hands together. The heels of the hands together, Lift the fist up to the ceiling as you squeeze the shoulder blades. Let the crown of the head to drop down to the earth. Release the hands down to the mat. We're going to twist it out. Bend your left leg straight into the right leg. Reach the crown of the head forward, make the spine long, then start to twist your torso to the right and reach the right arm to the ceiling. Good, release the right hand down, bend your right knee, straighten out to the left leg, make your spine long, then twist the chest to the left and lift the left arm to the sky. Exhale, release it down. Begin to squat down into Malasana. Toe heel your feet all the way mat distance apart, point the toes out, the heel is in. Drop the sit bones down, bring the hands to your heart center, lift up the chest. Press the palms together, press your thumbs into your heart. Pull the belly in, lengthen out from your lower back. Open up through the hips, through the inner groins. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale, let it out. Release the hands back down to the earth. Toe heel your feet together, back hip distance apart. Your feet are parallel. Now walk your hands out all the way into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Bring the palms underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers, lift the knees and the thighs away from the mat. Engage the legs, wrap the triceps back, spin the biceps forward, pull the belly into the spine. Slow, deep inhale and exhale. Hold it here in your high plank or bring your feet a little closer together. Shifting the body weight to the left foot, pick up your right foot and point the right toes back. Without twisting in your hips or in your belly, keeping the spine as long as you can. Release the right foot down to the mat, lift up the left foot, point the left toes without twisting in your hips or in your belly, just hold it here. Release the left foot down, lift up the right foot again, point the right toes, but this time pull the right knee into the right tricep. Keep the spine long, use the right side oblique to pull the right knee into the right tricep. Then send the right leg back behind you. Pick up the left foot, point the left toe, without twisting in your torso, without rounding through the upper spine, just send the left knee to the left tricep and hold it there. Then send it back. Last one. Pick up the right foot, point the right toes, and cross it underneath the body. Bring it to the left tricep. Keep the spine long, pull the belly, and use the right side oblique. Send the right leg back. Pick up the left foot, point the left toes, cross, bring it over to the right tricep. Squeeze, hold. Deep inhale, hold it here, exhale. Send the left leg back behind you, then slowly come on all the way down onto your belly. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana, elbows underneath the shoulders, point the elbows to the ceiling. Press into the tops of your feet, lift up the kneecaps, spin the inner thighs to the ceiling, and inhale, lift the chest up and away from the mat. Now let your nose weight under the palms, you press it into the tops of your feet. You lengthen it out from your lower back, and lengthen it also through all four corners of your neck. Gazing more down onto the mat. Deep inhale, maybe lift one more rib away from the mat. And as you exhale, come on down, gaze to the right, big toes to touch, heels falling out to the side, arms by your side. Soften the muscles around the face, deep, slow inhale. And exhale. And come back to center. Bring the arms by your side, just turn the palms down, thumbs out. Exhale everything out from your lungs. With the next inhale, lift up the chest. Now lift up the feet, keeping the knees straight, lifting the legs from the shin bones, lifting the legs from the inner thighs, keeping the legs strong, pointing the big toes back, lengthening out from your lower back. Then pick up the palms, Reach the fingers towards the heels as you lengthen through the neck. Gaze down at the mat. Without stressing the neck, just lengthen it out through the whole body. Deep, slow inhale, stay upright. Interlock the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift the fist away from the glutes. Keep the legs as strong, as straight as you can. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, come on down. Gaze to the left, right cheek onto the mat. Big toes to touch, heels falling out to the side. Come back to that steady, slow breath in and out through the nose. And come back to center. Place the hands next to your floating ribs. Your elbows are right over the wrist joint. Press into the tops of your feet. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lengthen through the neck. And then slowly start to straighten through the elbows. Lift up your chest. Maybe lift the thighs and the knees away from the mat. Come on into your up dog. And exhale. Press back. Find your downward facing dog. Slow, steady inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Last one, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up your chest. Maybe bring the hands onto the shin. Maybe soften the knees. Find a hint of a back bend here as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lengthen through the neck. Exhale, keep all that length as you fold forward. Bring the forehead to your shins. Inhale, reach the arms to the ceiling. Rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Lift the energy up. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Finding a side stretch. Reach the right arm down. Lift the left arm up and over. Now tuck the tailbone under. Squeeze your glutes. Lift up from your lower back. And then reach the left arm all the way to the right as you push the hips to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Palms to touch. Gaze up. Exhale, go over to the left. First, tuck the tailbone under, lift up from your lower back, then reach your right arm over the left side, push the hips to the right, lengthen up from your lower back, legs are strong, push into the heels. Inhale, come back to center, go pose the arms, lift up your heart, squeeze the shoulder blades, glutes are engaged. Inhale, back to center, then exhale, fold forward, soften the knees as you come down, hinge from the hips, inhale, lift up your heart, exhale, plant the hands, come on into high plank, this time you're come into a side plank. Bring your feet together, roll to the outer arch of the right foot and lift the left arm to the sky. Push the earth away with the right palm, lift up from the right shoulder, stack the left hip on top of the right. Hold it here, deep, slow inhale, exhale. Then come back to center, holding your high plank or maybe add an optional chaturanga push-up. Come back into your high plank pose, feet are together, roll to the other side. Reach the right arm high to the sky, stacking the hips, stacking the ankles, stacking the shoulders. Feel how you're lifting the energy all the way up to the right fingers, lifting out from the left shoulder, opening up through the chest with the reach of the arms. Come back to center, adding another chaturanga push-up, then come into your upward facing dog, or maybe cobra pose if you need to modify, and back into your downward facing dog. 3 steady breaths. Finding your focus right here in your down dog. Connect to the whole body. Feel your body from the inside, from the fingertips all the way to the sit bones and from the heels all the way up to the sit bones. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step, hop, jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Are the fingertips down to the mat or onto your shins? Exhale, fold forward. All the way down. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, come on back to your center. Samastiti. Inhale, the arms up to the sky. Side stretch. Go a little bit deeper, but lift up from the waistline. Reach all the way to the right. Come back to center. Inhale. And exhale, go all the way to the left. Lift up from the waistline. Reach to the left. Come back to center. Go pose the arms. Find a baby back bend. Push the hips forward. Engage the glutes. Inhale. Back to center. Exhale. Fold forward. Uttanasana. Inhale. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Plant the palms. Step back. High plank. Pause again. Come on down onto your forearms, onto your elbows. Your elbows right underneath the shoulders. Your chest, your middle part of the chest, your sternum is reaching forward. Your tricep muscles are wrapping back. The biceps are reaching forward as you lift up the thighs and the knees away from the mat. Now bring your feet together. Turn the right fingers inward. Then roll to the outer arch of the right foot and lift the left arm to the sky. Squeeze the outer hips. Lift the hips a little higher. Deep, slow inhale. Now bring the left fingers behind the left ear. And as you exhale, crunch it down. Inhale, lift it back. And exhale, crunch it down. Inhale, lift it back. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Good job. Come back to center. Lift the left arm high. Come on back into the forearm plank. Steady. Hold without dropping the knees down. And bring your feet together. Turn the left fingers inward. Roll to the outer arch of the left foot. Stacking ankles, hips, and shoulders. Lift up from the left side shoulder. Lengthen through the neck. Then bring the right fingers behind your ears. And as you exhale, crunch down. Bring the right elbow to the left elbow. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, crunch it down. Lift the hips higher. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch. 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift. Last crunch. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, come back. Lift the right arm high. Slowly with control, come on back into the forearm plank. Just for a breath, walk into a down dog on your forearms, dolphin pose. Gaze forward. Lift the forearms away from the mat. Come back into your downward facing dog. Come back to the slow breath. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Then chair pose, Utkatasana. As you bend your knees, lift up the arms. Drop the thighs deep down. Squeeze onto the outer hips like you have a block in between the inner thighs. Lengthen out from your lower back. Pull the belly in and soften the inner shoulders away from the ears. Bring the hands aligned with the shoulders. Drop the sit bones, the tailbone deeper down. You hold your hands like you have a block in between the palms. Now pull the shoulders back into the socket. Pull the belly in without moving in your hips. Turn in your belly and reach the right arm back behind you. Sit down a little bit deeper. Turn the right hip forward. Reach the right arm back. Soften the right shoulder away from the ear. Inhale back to center. Palms to touch. Gaze up. Cross your thumbs. Sit down deeper. Then bring the hands aligned with the shoulders again. Without moving the hips, just reach the left arm back. Right arm forward. Turn the left hip more forward. Reach the left arm back. Drop the sit bone deeper. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, twist. Then come back to center. Touch the palms. Cross your thumbs. Gaze up. Sit down deep. Long spine. Exhale. Swing the arms back by your side. Sit even deeper in your chair pose. Shift the body weight back to your heels. Inline the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lengthen through the neck. And exhale. Fold forward as you keep your bind. Bring the forehead down to your shins. Lift the fist up to the ceiling. Soften the hands down to the mat. Find a halfway lift as you reach the chest forward. And exhale, plant the hands, step back or float back. Go through your vinyasa. Back into your downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg halfway up. Reach the right heel up, level out through the hips. Exhale, pull the right knee to the right tricep. Squeeze it in. Lower the knee down to the wrist. And pull it back to the armpit. Lower it down to the wrist. And pull it back to the armpit. 5 more. Lower. Exhale, pull. Lower. Exhale, pull. Lower. Exhale, pull. 1 more. Lower. Exhale, pull. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Stretch it to the ceiling. Lift it nice and high. Straight out through the right leg. Exhale. Pull the knee all the way to the left tricep. Then lower to the wrist. And back to the armpit. Lower to the wrist. Back to the armpit. Lower, inhale. Exhale, pull up. Lower, inhale. Exhale, pull up. 2 more. Lower, inhale. Exhale, pull up. 1 more. Lower, inhale. Exhale, pull up. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Circle the knee or just point the right knee to the ceiling, whatever feels better. And exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Round through the spine, tuck the chin to the chest, pull it nice and close. Then step the right leg all the way forward into a low lunge. Keep your back heel lifted. Come up onto your tippy toes. No, your spider fingers. You're not on the tippy toes. Feet, the right foot is flat. Your back heel is lifted. You're on your fingertips. Reach the chest forward. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Now lift the belly an inch away from the right thigh. Lift up the chest and reach the arms back behind you. Keeping the neck long. Watch your right hip. Your right hip wants to swing out to the side. Pull it back to the center line. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lengthen through the neck. And exhale, pull. Lower. Exhale, pull. Lower, inhale. Exhale, pull up. Lower, inhale. Exhale, pull up. 1 more. Lower, inhale. Exhale, pull. 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 Release the left palm down to the mat and twist. Right arm high to the sky. Twisting your torso, twisting your waistline, pull the right hip back. Slow deep inhale. And exhale. Stay here, just come up onto your fingertips, onto your left palm. Then slowly using your oblique, lift the chest up. Come into a vertical twist in your high lunge. Drop the right thigh bone deeper. Reach the fingers away from each other. Then release the right palm, the back of the left leg, and reach the left arm high. Feel how you're lifting up, especially from the left side. Front of hip bone, left side waist. Deep inhale. Hold it here, exhale. Then come on into a high crescent lunge. Reach the arms to the ceiling. Soften your back knee, tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly in. Drop the right thigh bone deeper. Now keep the tailbone tucked under. Lift up from the waistline. Just slowly start to straighten out to the left leg, lifting the left kneecap away from the mat. Bring the hands to your heart center. Lean forward, pulling the right hip back, straighten out to the back leg. Then turn, hooking the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, pressing the palms together. Deep, slow inhale. Hold it here, exhale, press the palms together. Point the left heel straight back behind you. All 10 toes are facing forward. Now release the hands all the way down to the inside of the right foot. Toe of the right foot to the right edge of the mat. Keep the back knee lifted, come on down onto your palms. Runner's lunge. Reach the sternum forward, lift up the left kneecap away from the mat. Feel that opening in your hips. Now maybe come on down onto your forearms, or maybe you want to release the back knee down and come down to the forearms. 3 more breaths. If you're down onto your forearms, come on back onto your palms. Now drop the left knee down if it's not down yet. Point the left toes back. Reach the right arm back. And then as an option, you can bend your back leg and reach back for your foot or ankle. And as an option, you can also roll to the outer arch of the right foot to let the right knee to fall out to the side. Release. Bring the hand back down to the mat. Lift up the left kneecap as you tuck the left toes under. Send the right leg back to meet the left. Holding your high plank, go through your vinyasa. And make your way back in your downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg halfway up. Lift the left toes, left heel, just halfway up so your left toes are still pointing down to the mat. Your hips are level. Exhale, pull the left knee to the left tricep. And as you inhale, slide it down to the wrist. As you exhale, pull it up to the right armpit. Inhale, down to the wrist. Exhale, up to the armpit. Down to the wrist, inhale. Exhale, armpit. Inhale, wrist. Exhale, armpit, one more time. Inhale, wrist. Exhale, armpit. Inhale, your left leg high to the sky. Point the toe, lift it nice and high. Exhale, cross it underneath the body. Bring it all the way to the right tricep. Then inhale, lower to the wrist. Exhale, up to the tricep. Inhale to the right wrist. Exhale to the right tricep. Inhale, down. Exhale, up, one more. Inhale, down. Exhale, up, inhale. Left leg high to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Point the left knee to the ceiling or circle the knee around, whatever feels better. Then exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Round to the spine. Then step the left leg all the way forward, low lunge. Keep your right heel lifted. Right toes are pointing forward. Come up onto your fingertips, pull the left hip back. Lift the belly an inch away from the left thigh and float the arms back by your side. Neck is long. Sternum's reaching forward. Triceps are engaged, your shoulder blades are squeezing to get onto your back. Slow, deep inhale, maybe drop the left thigh bone deeper, straighten out through the back leg. Exhale, right palm down, left arm to the sky. So underneath the right palm, your right palm can be flat onto the mat, or your right palm can be also flat onto a block. It's a great place to use a block. Twist from your torso, check onto the right heel, make sure the right heel is still pointing straight back. Then come up onto your fingertips, onto your right hand. Turn on your side muscles, your left side obliques, and slowly rise up into a vertical twist in your high crescent lunge. Soften the left shoulder away from the ears. Reach the left hand back. Right arm forward, drop the left thigh bone deeper. Then left arm comes to the back of the right leg and you reach the right arm to the ceiling. Now this time you're going to feel a stretch more on the right side waist, right side front of hip bone. Deep inhale, see if you can find a little twist, a little deeper back bend here. Then come into a high crescent lunge, reach the arms to the ceiling, soften your right knee, tuck the tailbone under, lift up from the lower back. Now keep that entire upper body nicely engaged. Your ribs are pulling towards each other, your belly button pulls into the spine. Then slowly start to lift up the right kneecap away from the mat, finding your high crescent lunge. Pulling the belly in, try to get the big arch out from your lower back by pulling the belly into the spine. Hands come to your heart, lean forward. Now really straighten out through the back leg, pull the left hip back into the center line. Then turn and twist as you hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Pull the left hip back and then twist in your torso. Check onto the right heel again. Right heel is pointing straight back. You're pressing the knuckles together, especially the index finger knuckles. Deep, slow inhale and twist as you exhale. One more round. Deep, slow inhale and twist as you exhale. Bring the hands down to the inside of the left foot. Toe heel the left foot all the way to the left edge of the mat. Your hands are down into the mat. And if you can, keep your right leg active by lifting the right kneecap away from the mat. So I want you to start to feel a long energy line from the right heel all the way to the crown of the head. And for that, you need to strengthen your right leg, lift up the right kneecap away from the mat, engage your right thigh muscle. And feel all that energy you're just creating in your leg. You're going to feel that in your spine as well. You can stay onto your palms, you can drop the right knee down, and you can also come down onto your forearms. Right knee down or right knee lifted. 3 more breaths, slow it down. Feel the body from the inside. And come on back into your palms if you're down into the forearms. Drop the right knee down, point the right toes back. Reach the left arm back behind you. Then maybe bend your back leg and reach back for your foot or ankle. Maybe you want to roll to the outer edge of the left foot, let the left knee to fall out to the side. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Good, slowly release. Left palm comes down to the mat. Tuck the right toes under, step the left foot back. And then come back into forearm plank. Elbows down underneath the shoulders. Good. Now from here, you're going to push the heels forward, come onto the tippy toes. And then exhale, push the heels back. So your shoulder comes in front of the elbow line, and then your shoulder goes almost behind the elbow line. And keep going. Inhale and exhale. Now your legs are super strong the whole time. Slowly move with the breath. 5 more times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Start to walk your toes in towards the elbows. Dolphin pose. You have options. You can hold simple dolphin pose, maybe softening the knees to lengthen out from the spine. You can start to lift the right leg up, shifting the body weight to the left leg, and then switch to the other side. Or you can come into a little arm balance, forearm balance, lifting the legs away from the mat, and balance onto the forearms. Switch legs if you didn't do that yet. And slowly release, walk out back into that forearm plank position. Hold. Steady your gaze, your breath. And drop the hips and the belly down to the mat, Sphinx pose. Press down to the forearms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, press down to the tops of your feet. And then make your way back into a forearm plank, back into a high plank. Go through an optional vinyasa or just press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward, exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Lift up your heart, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, chair pose. Lift up the arms. Drop the sit bones. Bring the hands at your heart center. And twist. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Pressing the palms together. Drop the thigh bones deeper. Lengthen through the neck. Stay here. Maybe fly the arms open. Or squat down. Place the hands by your side. And come on into a little side crow. Maybe bring the big toes to touch. Round through the upper spine. Release. Forward fold. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Grab onto your big toes, index finger, middle finger. Lift up your chest, inhale. Exhale, pull your heart forward. Bring your belly onto your thighs. Forehead onto the shins. As you push the elbows out to the side and lift the shoulder blades away from the ears. Good, slowly release. Come back into chair pose. Toe heel your feet together, heels to head together. Bend your knees, body weight back to the heels. Inhale the arms up, chair pose, Tadasana. Bring the hands to your heart center, lean forward, drop the thighs deeper. Then twist. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Press the palms together. You can always place the left palm onto your lower back sacrum, fix that. Tuck the tailbone under, hips are in one line. Enjoy the palms together, hold it here, fly the arms open or maybe squat down. Hands shoulder distance apart, lift the hips. Hook the left knee to the outside of the right tricep, squeeze the knees together, lean into your chaturanga arms and pick up your feet. And release. Come back to center, forward fold. This time as you separate your feet, hip distance apart, you're going to slide your palms underneath the feet. Toes are touching the wrist crease. Inhale, lift up your heart, press down onto your feet so you really feel the pressure onto your wrists. And exhale, fold forward. Pull the forehead in between the shins as you push the elbows out to the side. You can soften the knees. Or you can start to work on straightening out through the legs without forcing it. Moving with the breath, moving slowly with the body. You just slowly release. You can come into Malasana, you can come into a crow prep or a crow pose if you like. Palms are shoulder distance apart. Open up through the fingers. Press the knuckles down to the mat. Then turn the elbows towards the back of the room. Hug them in. Your eye of the elbow is going to point towards the back of the mat and that position is not going to change. Lift up the hips, then bend the knees. Drop the knees onto the triceps. Lean forward and gaze forward. Like over-exaggerate how much you're gazing forward, then round through the upper spine, turn on the core, and maybe float the toes away from the mat. Bring in the big toes to touch. If you like, you can practice jumping back into your low chaturanga. And shortly, we can all meet in downward facing dog. So if you're in your Malasana, go through a vinyasa or skip it. Just make your way back into your downward facing dog. Slow deep inhale through the nose. And exhale it out. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Bring your right leg underneath the body. Touch the left elbow. Then reach the right leg out to the side and come into a falling star as you lift the left arm to the sky. Release, left palm back. Right arm high to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through. Low lunge. Seal your back heel down, warrior one. And inhale, rise up. Warrior one position. Pull the right hip back. Turn the left hip forward. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Pull the belly in. Bring the arms by your side. Turn the palms forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lower the shoulders away from the ears as you pull the right hip back. Push the left heel down. Reach the chest forward. Lengthen through the neck. Feel the long line from the back heel all the way to the crown of the head. Allow the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lean forward. Hook the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Drop the crown of the head down as you pull the right hip back. Inhale. Lift up your chest. Rise up. Warrior one. Exhale. Adjust your feet. Open up. Warrior two. Soften the right knee forward towards the second toenail. Then pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone under, get that arch out of the lower back as you pull the shoulders away from the ears, and you squeeze the ribs towards each other. Deep inhale. Soften the right knee more forward, pull the right hip back into the center line. Reach your right arm forward and reverse your warrior. Rest the left fingertips at the back of the left leg, or find a half bind with the left arm behind your back. Lift up from the waistline, find more length to the right side. Then come back into warrior two. Lean forward, extended side angle, right elbow down, left arm high to the sky. And turn the left palm down and reach the left arm forward. Your left pinky finger is almost like karate chopping down towards the mat as you soften the left inner shoulder away from the ears. You can keep the right elbow onto the right thigh, or you can bring the right fingers to the outside of the right foot on the block or down onto the mat. Find a nice long line from the back heel all the way to the left pinky. Make the back of the neck nice and long. In fact, all four corners of your neck nice and long. Pull the right hip back, point the right knee forward. Deep inhale, maybe bend your right knee a little bit more as you exhale. And come on back into your warrior two. Rise up, straighten out through the front leg. Pull the right thigh back into its socket. Reach forward, triangle trikonasana. Right arm down, left arm high to the sky. Bend your top arm and reach back behind your back. Rolling the left shoulder back. Stay here, maybe soften the right fingers and reach the right arm forward, palm to the ceiling. Slow inhale and exhale. Release the right arm down. Lift up the left arm. Engage your core as you slowly rise up. Reverse your triangle. Reach it all the way back behind you. Lift up from the right side waist. Exhale. Windmill the hands down to the mat. Go through your optional vinyasa. Make your way back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, cross the left knee underneath the body. Pull it all the way to the right elbow. Then extend the left leg out to the side. Falling star, reach the right arm high. Lift up the hips. Release the right arm down. Pull the left leg through without a strap. I cut a strap. Left leg high to the sky. And exhale. Step the left leg all the way forward, low lunge. Seal your back heel down. Maybe then step your feet hip distance apart. Your back foot is at least 45-degree angle. You pull the left hip backwards. Then keeping the right leg as strong as you can, pushing down to the outer arch of the right foot. Inhale, lift up the arms, warrior one. Turn the right hip forward, pull the left hip back. Feel the energy in the back leg. Lift the right inner knee away from the mat. Deep, slow inhale. Drop the left thigh deeper. Bring the arms by your side. Turn the palms forward, shoulders squeezing together onto your back. Then slowly start to lean forward as you're still pulling the left hip back behind you. Like there's a strap around the left hip and I'm pulling you back behind you. Your right leg is still strong. You're lifting the right kneecap away from the mat. In all the hands, placing the opposite index finger on top. Neck is still long. Exhale. Come on all the way down. Humble it down. Left shoulder comes to the inside of the left knee. Shoulder blades lifting away from the ears. Good job. Slowly inhale, rise up, warrior one. Open up the arms and exhale. Open to the side, warrior two. Adjust your feet. Make your stand a little wider. Turn the left knee forward. Pull the left thigh bone back. Make your right leg strong as you lift the right kneecap away from the mat. Reach the arms out to the side. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Then pull the belly into the spine. Lengthen out from your lower back. So instead of creating a big arch into your lower spine, see if you can pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone under, really turning on the belly muscles here. But still keeping the left knee pointing towards the second toenail. Deep inhale and exhale. Deep inhale and exhale. Reach the left arm forward, reverse your warrior, reach it all the way back. Lift up from the left side waist. Your right fingertips can be down onto your right leg or finding a half bind behind your back. Good, come back to center, warrior two. Reach forward, extended side angle, left elbow down, right arm high. Watch the left knee, make sure the left knee is still pointing towards the second toenail. And also your right leg, make sure it's still nice and long, nice and straight and engaged. Reach your right arm forward, Right pinky slowly turning down towards the mat. Your right elbow is straight, you softening the right shoulder away from the ear. Then you keep the left elbow down onto the left thigh, or maybe placing a block to the outside of the left foot, or maybe your fingers can come down to the outside of the left leg. Your left knee is pointing straight forward. You're using that strong outer left hip muscle to pull the left thigh bone back into its socket, but also keeping that right leg as strong as you can. Deep, slow inhale. Maybe bend your front knee a little bit more as you exhale. Turn on the core, reach the right arm high. Slowly rise back, warrior two, straighten out through the front leg. Triangle, reach the left arm forward, lengthen out from the left side body, and reach the right arm high to the sky. Stacking the shoulders on top of each other. Bend your top arm, reach back behind your back. Roll the right shoulder to the ceiling. And maybe get softer into the left fingers and lift the left arm away from the left shin. Slow, deep inhale. And exhale. Release the left fingertips down. Inhale the right arm high. Use your core. Inhale, rise up. Reverse your triangle, lift up from the left side waist. Then come back to center. Parallel your feet. Turn the left toes in so they parallel with the right. I'm going to turn around. There we go. Feet are parallel, maybe slightly pigeon-toed, especially if you're struggling with some lower back issues, some sciatica issues. Then bring your fingers onto your lower back. Bring your thumbs onto your lower back. Your fingers are onto your outer hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Bring the elbows closer together. Then slowly start to lean forward and shifting the body weight more into your toe mounts. Really turning on the core muscle to come down just halfway. Then fix the elbows again, like I'm coming behind you, I'm pushing your elbows together behind your back. Neck is long, inhale, exhale, fold forward. Bring the forehead down towards the mat as you shift the body weight even more forward into the toe mounts, squeezing the shoulder blades. We come up halfway, reach the arms out to the side, core is strong, lean forward. Exhale, twist, left arm down, right arm high. Your right fingers are the extension of the right shoulder, and you're not twisting in your hips, you're twisting in your belly. And come back to center, arms out to the side. Switch right hand down, left arm high. Lift up the right hip, drop the left hip. Left fingers are the extension of the left shoulder. Come back to center, and slowly rise up. Interlock the hands behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift up the chest. Exhale, fold forward, come on down. Lift the fist away from the glutes, lengthen through the spine. Good, slowly rise back up. Turn the toes out, the heels in, inhale the arms up. 5-pointed star, now hands to your heart. And then bend your knees, come down into goddess pose. Turn the knees out, toes out, tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly in. Then place the hands onto your inner knees, lean forward, push into your right inner knee, dip your right shoulder in. Then switch, dip the left shoulder in. And come back to center, lift up the chest. Bring the crown of the head over the sit bones, bring the fingertips behind the ears, tuck the tailbone under, sit gently, exhale to the right. Back to center, exhale to the left. Back to center. Exhale to the right, back to center. Exhale to the left, couple more. To the right, back to center. To the left, back to center. To the right, back to center. To the left, back to center. Hold it here. Reach the arms to the ceiling, lift up the right heel and hold. Right heel is up, left heel is down. Belly strong. Drop the right heel, lift up the left heel. Stay deep, tuck the tailbone under, now lift up the right heel as well. Both heels are away from the mat. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the heels, reach the arms up. Good. Bring the hands by your side. Step to the top of the mat. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Bring the hands to your heart center. Lift up the right leg. Cross the right ankle on top of the left knee. Figure 4, standing variation. Sit back behind you. Sending the sit bone straight back behind you, not letting the left hip to swing out to the side. Flex the right foot to the right knee. Now maybe stay here or bring the forearms down onto the shin. You can bring the fingertips down to the mat. You can bring the palms down to the mat. And you can even come into a flying pigeon pose if you like. Slowly come on back up. One-legged Tadasana. And release the right foot next to the left. Tadasana. Hands at your heart. Samastitihi. Shift the body weight over to the right foot. Lift up the left knee, figure four in the left side. Left knee falls out to the side as you're crossing the left ankle on top of the right knee. Belly strong. Draw the sit bones deep down. Focus on the breath. Now whatever you did on the other side, you're going to do on this side as well. Maybe keeping the spine long, forearms down onto the shins, fingertips touching the mat, palms flat onto the mat, or going into the full flying pigeon pose. Good job. Slowly release. Come back up. Steady. One-legged Tadasana. And release the left foot down next to the right. Come into tree pose. Shifting the body weight to the left leg. Lift up the right leg. Sole of the right foot comes into the right inner thigh as your hands come together at your heart center. So soften the right inner groin, inner knee, away from the right hip to open up through the right hip joint. Engage your right outer hip muscle. Then feel the energy in your core, the center of the body. Root down to the center of the left heel. Root down to the left big toe mound and the left pinky toe mound. Focus on one spot in front of you. Keeping your gaze, your focus on that one spot. Maybe play with the arms. Maybe moving your upper body. Maybe gazing up or maybe even closing your eyes. Challenging your balance, your focus. Gently bring the hands to touch, bring them back to your heart center. Release the right foot next to the left. Then go to the other side. Lift up the left leg. Sole of the left foot comes into the right inner thigh. You softening the left inner groin, inner thigh, out towards the left inner knee. Turning on the left outer hip muscles, pulling the belly in. Your hands at your heart, finding again that one spot in front of you you can focus. And then you can play around with the arms, lifting them up. And slowly bring the hands back to your heart center. Keep the focus inward as you slowly release the left foot next to the right. Samastitihi, close your eyes. Gently tuck the chin to the chest, back in front of your heart. Take a slow, deep inhale. And let it out, exhale. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Blink your eyes open, reach it all the way up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into a high plank position, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg up. Bend the knees, stack the hips. If you like, you can flip your dog here. If it's okay with your shoulder. And then come back, three-legged down dog. Exhale, half pigeon on the right side. Send the right knee behind the right wrist. Right ankle behind the left wrist. Send the right shin bone as forward as possible. Point the left toes back, lift up the chest. And exhale, melt, fold all the way forward. Come down onto your forearms, maybe all the way down onto your chest. Start to soften the muscles around the right hip. Three more breaths here, just slow it down. Soften the chin, muscles around the chin, muscles around the forehead, muscles around the hips.
And gently coming back onto your palms. Tug the back toes under, lift the left knee away from the mat. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Optional vinyasa flow, or simply send your right leg next to the left, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Or maybe flip your dog if you did that on the other side, and it's okay with your shoulders. Now make your way back. Left leg high to the sky. Half pigeon on the left side. Left ankle behind the right wrist. Left knee behind the left wrist. Point the right toes back. Turn the right hip forward. Pull the left hip back. Square the shoulders and the hips forward. And exhale, fold mat all the way down. Maybe it's first start on the forearms and then slowly going down all the way onto your belly. Take a moment to scan the body from toes to the crown of the head. Any area where you find still some tension, use the exhalation to soften that area. Let go of all the tension, first in the physical body, then slowly as you do that, you give you the permission for your mind to let go of things they don't serve you anymore, you don't need anymore. Create space for the new. Three more breaths here. Just slow it down. Allow the gravitation to pull you further down to the mat without fighting it, but also without forcing it. You're gently coming back onto your palms. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee away from the mat. Then lift the left leg high to the sky, three-legged down dog, maybe going through the last optional flow. Then release the left foot next to the right, downward facing dog. Knees come down to the earth. Keeping the hips right over the knees, just walk the hands forward. Puppy pose. Bring the forehead down to the mat. Let the chest to mat down to the earth, or maybe lift the chin up, lift the chin onto the mat, gaze forward towards the fingers. Come on back up. Come down all the way onto your mat. If you have a block, you can do a supported bridge pose, or you can also do a couple bridge pose, like 3 bridge pose or wheel pose if you like. I'm gonna do a supported one, but I'm gonna give you a chance to also do 3 regular back bends. So if you do the supported, you lift up the hips, you place the block onto your sacrum, lower back sacrum area, and you rest your whole lower back sacrum down into that block. Now I'm a little bit more open in my back, so I like to lift it up all the way to the high block and place it underneath my lower back sacrum just like that. So that's an option. But if it's too harsh, if it feels too intense, just lower the block down. If you're choosing to do active bridge pose, you're going to do 3 sets. In between each and every set, you're going to take just 1 cycle of breath and go back for 3 to 5 breaths. You can also go into your wheel pose if you like, flipping the palms around, placing them next to the ear, and lifting the hips up. If you choose to go into your supportive with the block, just stay there the whole time. Turn the palms to the ceiling. If you like to intensify the posture, you can also straighten the legs forward, stretch them forward, keeping the heels down to the mat. So there's nothing active in this pose, but it's an active non-doing, and align the hips and the lower back to open up here. You finish your 3rd set. If you are choosing to do the active bridge and wheel poses, then come on down onto your back and bring the soles of the feet together for your Tadasana. If you're in your supported, rebend your legs, soles of the feet down onto the mat. Lift the hips away from the block. Remove the block from underneath the lower back sacrum. Lay down onto your back, soles of the feet together, knees falling out to the side. Tadasana, left palm onto your heart, right palm onto your belly. Slow, steady inhale and exhale in and out through the nose. You can stay in your Tadasana, or you can stretch the legs all the way out for your Shavasana. Turn the palms to the ceiling. Maybe adjust the shoulder blades underneath your back, or you can also keep the hands on your heart and belly if that feels better. You're finding more
connection with yourself. Just listening to yourself, listening to your body. Taking a moment to scan your body from the toe to the crown of the head. Allowing the whole body to relax, to let go. No more tension.